welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing really well. If you're new here, hi, my name is Rochelle. I make a lot of vlog style content and I also do a few challenges here and there, so please subscribe down below. I'm sure you'll love it here. So in today's video, as I promised in my last vlog, I will be explaining to you guys how Georgia kind of works from a student point of view, because my sister Beyonce, she's studying here. She's going to be doing her MBBS. If you guys have any questions regarding anything, you can just comment down below and I'll try my best to answer that for you guys. Also, if you see me like looking down, I'm just looking at my screen. I've written down the points that I want to discuss with you guys because I don't want to miss out on anything, because these are really important, like things that stood out to us that were different from Dubai, because we were shocked at some of these things. If you guys have watched my vlogs, you will know a few things that I'm talking about. So the first thing that I want to talk about is our agent. You guys, this agent was God sent. My father actually found this agency on Instagram. We had spoken, I think, to 2 agents before this one, but we didn't really find them trustworthy. So this agent that we went ahead with is located in Dubai itself, so you can go ahead, meet him, like discuss things with him, and he's really nice. Like everything was done by him. And once we landed in Georgia, we had a lawyer to help us with literally everything, you guys, because over here, if you don't know the language, it's so hard to communicate, and with the bank and things like that, like you don't know what to do. But because we had our lawyer over here, everything happened like this. In like 3-4 days, everything was set. Her visa work, her admissions, all the paperwork basically started when we were in Dubai itself. We had not even gone. And while Beyonce was talking to her friend, she realized that there are some agencies out there which don't really help you out that much, and admissions get delayed and they're still waiting on their paperwork, you guys. After coming to Georgia, they're still waiting for it. So I'm telling you guys, this agency that we went ahead with, super trustworthy, very smooth, everything is done for you. There's nothing to worry about at all. So I'll put his contact details in the description and you guys can contact him. Next up is language. Now in Georgia, people don't tend to speak English that much. I feel like the youngsters, most of them know English because they have to study in universities and you need to know the language, but the older generation does not know English that much, and it may seem like they're being a little rude when you go up to them and ask for help, but actually they're just a little embarrassed. So don't get like, angry at that or anything, because in the first few days when we were here, we would go up to somebody and they'd just be like, no, they'll just turn their face or something like that, but they actually don't know how to converse. That is why they're doing that. So what we've been doing here is we're literally using Google Translate, you guys. When we went to the markets, when we went to Carrefour, like we were just typing it in and they would read it and they'll be like, oh, okay, and they're so helpful. Everyone over here is really helpful. And one thing I noticed, when we would speak in their language, like greet them in their language, they would get like super happy and like they kind of be shocked that we know a few words. So I can teach you 2 words. One is Gamarjoba, which means hello, and one is Matloba, which means thank you. And I don't know if this is like with respect or anything, but I've been saying this all around. I'm pretty sure it's okay to say it. We've been saying it to like all kinds of ages of people, so they get super excited. So these 2 words, use it, they love it. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the housing situation. So over here, it is very different. The houses come furnished, which was very surprising to us, because back in UAE, there are like, you get furnished houses, but it's a whole separate like area. You either get furnished or you don't get furnished. You can choose. Over here, you do get furnished houses. So it was actually nice because you're not going to stay here for a long time. You'll buy all this furniture and then what are you going to do with it? So we liked that part of it. And again, our lawyer, she contacted an agency. So we were not really in touch with an agency. It was just our lawyer going back and forth and like looking out for different houses over here. And actually the Airbnb that we stayed at, the owner became like really good friends with us, and she also helped us a lot to find different markets and stuff. I'll talk about that later. She was telling us that the owner that's going to lease the apartment to you has to provide all these basic amenities like ladders, iron box and brooms and vessels. Like this is all normal here. You're supposed to get all of that here. And when we went to buy out certain things, she's like, the owner didn't give you all of this? So we were like, no, we're just buying extra stuff because we have more stuff. So yeah, in this house also we did get like plates and spoons, and all the basic amenities were here. So please do check if all of that is here before you sign the contract. Now for the most surprising part to us, you have to pay for the elevator, you guys. Each time you go up and down, okay, this depends on the building that you have chosen to live in. So the Airbnb that we stayed at, I think we stayed there for a week, and each time you would go up, you have to pay 20 tetri. Each time you go down, you have to pay 20 tetri. But here in this building that we have leased out, you just have to make a monthly payment and you're good to go. So that was nice as well. Check for that when you're looking for buildings. So imagine if you're going up like 5-6 times. Yeah, you get the gist of it. It's better to have monthly payment. The next thing on my list is where you can go and buy stuff. For example, if you want bedding. Now here it gets very cold. There are radiators in every single room, but still it gets so cold even though the heaters are on, and you need really good bedding. So the Airbnb owner suggested a place to us, and it's called Station Square. So Station Square is actually a metro station, and once you come up the subway, you have this whole big market of so many things. You literally get everything over there, from clothes to bags to shoes. There are mobile shops, there's bedding, there's a lot of stuff over there. And the lady that was selling us the blankets told us that we need to buy the Turkish made blankets because they are better. And I do agree, these are really good. As you can see our bedding right now, it is so warm and the quality is excellent. So you can get all your bedding stuff from there. So in the same market, you get a lot of food stuff as well, like breads, fruits, vegetables, rice, pulses. And we also saw that there were Indian stores over there. So one day Mama and I went there to check it out. They're not really Indian stores. You just get like rice, a few dals, like beans and things like that, not like actual masalas or anything. So if you're coming from UAE, it's better to get your own spices, because here you're not gonna find any of that. And the most exciting part, if you're from UAE, you know, Indomie, you guys. You literally get Indomie over here, and there's only one store in the whole of Tbilisi where you get this. You also get buldak ramyeon and all of that. There's an Asian store over here. I'll ask Beyonce what it is, and I'll put all these locations in the description for you guys, so it's easy for you to find out everything. And in the same Station Square area, there's like a small mall, you could say. There are different stores, electronic stores and like clothing stores. I think, I'm not sure, we only went for the electronic store, and this store is called Metro Express, I think. Yeah, Metro Express. You get all your electronic appliances there. So this apartment only came with a gas stove. We wanted an air fryer, a microwave. If your apartment gives that, great for you, but if you want electronics, you will get it in the store. I would suggest not to bring any electronics from UAE or from wherever you're coming, because the voltage is different and it might not work as well over here. So this is a plug type. It is a round pin. This is exactly why I told you guys not to get any electronics from there, because all our appliances are this pin, the flat pin, flat 3-pin type, and over here it is the round pin. So we had to buy loads of these extension plugs. Do not forget to pack your adapters and everything, because it'll be a tough time. But you get this in every Carrefour, and I think you even get it in supermarkets, so it's easily available. But just make sure that you know that it is round pin and it is not flat pin, you guys. Moving on to vessels, spoons and everything, because obviously you can't get it from your home country. Your luggage is just going to go crazy overboard. Because my whole family came over here to settle Beyonce in, we had luggage space. For vessels and spoons and all, there's this store called Super Promo, and you get everything there. You even get electronic stuff over here. So we got all our spoons, our pots and pans, everything over there. So this place was also suggested by the owner of our Airbnb. It was super lovely. She literally came with us to the store and helped us pack everything, helped us talk to the lady at the store to get whatever we need. And all of this is just for like the time being. It's not the greatest of greatest quality, but we wanted things immediately because we were moving in, and Dada had to go back, my father had to go back to UAE. So before all of that, we wanted. So everything is holding up pretty well for now. If anything happens, we can always go and buy other stuff again. The next thing on my list is transport. Now the transport situation was a little hard for us to figure out. We did learn it pretty quickly in like the first week itself. We had loads of people helping us out on how to use it. Our lawyer and the owner of the Airbnb helped us out with that. So there are two apps that you can have for your transport. One is called Bolt and the other one is Yandex. I would suggest Yandex more because that's what we are using. We are only using that. But the locals over here told us that sometimes Yandex is lesser in price and sometimes it's Bolt. So you need to keep checking back and forth which one is lesser and take that taxi accordingly. But we are just sticking to one. We're just using Yandex all the time. And if you've seen my vlogs, we have struggled with it a little bit because you call for the taxi and sometimes the location isn't perfect and they'll go and stand somewhere else, and then once the taxi arrives there is a waiting charge. So every second I think they charge about 5 or 10 tetri, I don't remember exactly, and then if you cancel it you have to pay 2.50 lari, something like that. So be aware of your location, make sure it is the right location because they are not going to move from there. And the map on the app does not really tell you how to go. They do tell you where you are, but when you're moving around you're not going to know where the taxi is. And there is a chat option and a call option, but because most of them do not know English, it's a little hard to tell them, come here. But yeah, these are the apps that you can use for your taxi. And there is metro everywhere, okay? You just buy the metro card and I think it is 1 lari each time you use the metro. So once you're inside the metro, you just tap it once and you're good to go. So if you're inside the metro, that's it, it's just 1 lari. And if you're a student and you have a bank account, it's only 20 tetri each time. So go ahead and do all of that. And just be aware with the metro situation, if you're from UAE, it's not like air conditioned and like bougie like UAE. It's pretty scary. The first time I went there, it was an experience. I'll put that video in the description for you guys. You can go and see how it was. Now when it comes to groceries, we go to Carrefour. You get everything there, all your stuff, but Indian stuff obviously you don't get there. And there are loads of grocery stores nearby and supermarkets nearby where you can go. There's one called Spar and some of them are open 24 hours. I do not remember exactly which one, but yeah, there are lots of stores that you can get food from. There is no problem with that at all. And if you want to order food, there's this app called Glovo and it is really good. It's very easy, you get all your fast food on there. I haven't tried the Indian restaurants that are here on this app. I think there are only 3, so we're gonna try it out I think this weekend, and then I'll let you guys know if it is worth it. But the Indian food over here is pretty good. We did try 2 restaurants when we were living in the Airbnb and they were actually really nice, so you don't have to worry about that. You get Indian food over here. And the best part about the Glovo app is that you can get groceries on here. You just buy stuff from Carrefour directly through the app. So yeah, it is wonderful that we have this delivery service through Glovo. And the internet situation over here, we had a tough time. We were living off of data for about a month, I think. Yeah, and it is pretty common over here. Most people don't have internet, but because Beyonce's whole syllabus and like everything is paperless, she needs the internet. You can't update your phone, you can't update anything, you can't download like really large files. Like Beyonce needs to download books and stuff, so you'll definitely need Wi-Fi. We had to wait for about a month to get our Wi-Fi because this specific building that we live in, only Magti allows the internet over here. So there are a few services like Silknet, Magti and things like that. Setup people came here and they were like, sorry, this building only allows Magti. So then we contacted our owner and we were like, can you please contact Magti? It'll be better if a local speaks. So yeah, he did that, and then he told us there is a waiting list, so Magti takes a long time to come. And we recently got our Wi-Fi actually like 3-4 days back, and right now we are enjoying it a lot because we could update our phones, I have to update all my Adobe softwares because I'm working as well. I have clients to do design work for, so it was a little hard, but we managed. With data you can definitely manage, but you will for sure need Wi-Fi. Now with the drinking water situation, the locals did tell us that you can drink water directly from the tap. It is totally safe to drink, but I would suggest not to do that because we are not used to drinking directly from the tap. It's always packaged water, so you do not want to risk your health in any way while you're living alone over here. So please buy bottled water. And last but not least, do not worry about safety over here. Because if you're coming alone, I know it's like, oh my gosh, will I be safe over here? Your parents will be a little iffy, but Georgia is a super safe country. Obviously, do not go in the middle of the night at random spots, like where nobody's there, you're asking for trouble. Then if you can, just go out during the day all the time, or go with a big group of friends that you trust. Then it's totally fine, but do not walk around alone. It's better to be safe than sorry, right? And yesterday Beyonce and I went on our first solo adventure. We were responsible for ourselves. Actually, I was responsible for her, and it was normal. Like, There is nothing to worry about, you guys. And that is it for today's video. I hope this will help you guys in some way or the other. Do not hesitate to contact me through the comments, or you can even DM me on my Instagram. If you have any questions about Georgia, I will be more than happy to help you guys around. There is absolutely nothing to worry about. Everything will go really smoothly. There are so many people to help you out over here as well. Even locals, your friends will also be there to help you out. So just stay calm, collected, and focus on what you need to do. So yeah, that is it for today's vlog. I hope all of you enjoyed this and this was helpful. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Bye guys.